Hello, Internet Nation. Alexander Shinju Ashley here. And, I just needed to make a vlog because life is horrible right now. Please excuse the one random lock sticking up. Not sure why it's doing that. It's not even one that I crocheted an extension onto, so I am not sure why it specifically is sticking up like that. But I wanted to make a vlog because, I don't know, I don't really feel like I have anybody I can talk to about emotions that's gonna help me process. You know, I have a lot of guy friends, and every time I talk to my guy friends about emotions in my relationship, they're just like, just leave. And I'm like, logically, you were correct. If this was any other relationship, I wouldn't have been in it. I would not have entered it. But for a little context, if you've been following this channel for a long time, I have entered a relationship with my twin flame. I'm not going to say union because this shit does not feel like union whatsoever. This just feels like trauma. Round 2. Except like it's on nightmare mode. You know how you have like a normal, medium, hard nightmare? We're on nightmare mode because I'm in hell. And not even like fun hell, like Luffy running through Impel Down hell. Oh my god, all my analogies are just gonna be One Piece analogies from now on. Whatever, One Piece is good. I love One Piece. It could be my whole personality now. Anyway. But it's like not fun hell. Like between the teeth issues that I've been going through for months now, like literally my tooth hurts right now because like I got it taken out Thursday. It's Saturday now. I got it taken out Thursday because I chipped my tooth. Like half the tooth was gone. So I was in excruciating pain for a long time. A few days. It like chipped last Friday, Saturday, Sunday, sometime during the weekend. I think Saturday. And I only remember that because it didn't hurt when I had sex with my boyfriend. The tooth didn't hurt when I had sex with my boyfriend. And then I ate something after he left. And then it started hurting and it became excruciating. And that was Monday. So yeah. But anyway, I got it ripped out of my face. My insurance was not going to help me with that because they were like, here's a list of all the dentists you can go to. And I'm like, cool. And then the lady like helped me make an appointment at one, find what I needed on the website because I've never done that before. And I was like, so I'm going for something very specific. Should I really be choosing general? And she's like, yeah, go to general because blah, blah, blah. And like, they're going to charge you up the ass if you go anywhere else. Just to like think about it a few days later. And I'm like, but these are places that accept my insurance. What does it matter what they charge me if they accept my insurance? Just get because tooth pain, really bad. Sucks. I am not a bitch, but a big bitch, So like being in pain is doable for me, but also I'm always in pain. There's a lot of pain in here and here, as well as in the base of my spine and my legs, And plus, like, my feet have been really hurting lately because all of my shoes are degraded. And the only pair that doesn't hurt my feet after a few hours of working, I don't even work that long, but, like, work is not, it's not the way. It's not for me. Not saying that working isn't for me. My current job is not for me. Like, I work for a company called Rough City. I did not realize that the rough stood for the time I was gonna have at this job. Because none of these fucking dogs walk. And why would you hire somebody from the Walker clan to stand around? Like, literally, My side job is porn. So I literally get paid to get fucked. Why am I showing up to work every fucking day to make pennies to get fucked when I make bank getting fucked? You know, you get fucked once, you can pay rent. I am now 3 months, about to be, well, as soon as my second half of my tax return hits, 2 months behind rent, but it is the 24th of the month, so in a few days I will be 3 months behind rent again, because like my last week's paycheck was $199, not even $200, because we get pennies and that shit is still taxed. Half of my clients quit. My best walk, just like my only walk, the only dog I walked that was actually walking, they decided to go a different route because the dog was fucking crazy, which like, I mean, I told the guy, like, it was clear from the start when we did our meet and greet and the dog tried to hump me and the guy was like, oh, he's never like this. He doesn't do this. And I'm like, okay, you say that. Please explain to me why this nigga tries to hump me on the daily. On the daily. I don't even do anything. We are just walking. And this nigga will, like, jump on me from behind and try to hump me. So, that's no fun. On top of the fact that it's like, this job sucks. I don't want to show up every day to do an hour-long walk that is basically a jog just to go to other walks where the dogs don't even want to walk as far as the curb. Like, nigga lives in the middle of the block. I can't get him to any curb. If we get close to the corner, he will turn around and try to pull home. Why am I here? Why am I here? Why do you need Alex Walker for this non-walking gig? Why did you hire somebody with so much experience walking just to do no walking? Literally, one of my dogs is like 14 years old, at the very least. That's just what they think because they adopted him. At the very least, this nigga, we can only walk around the block and we walk so slowly that it makes my thighs hurt. I lose my balance and I trip over myself sometimes because that is how slow we are going. I'm not made to go that slow. My hair is just a mess today. I don't know what is up with it. But anyway, so work is hell. I'm making too little to get fucked. And like, for one, fucking me costs way more than $12 for half an hour. And for two, bestiality is going to cost you a lot more. Because, like, the amount of times I've been bit at this job, there's literally a dog that will bite me for trying to walk it. To the point where it's like, if the owner doesn't leave the harness on, I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try because for, like, the longest time, it was me. Like, I would have to fight the dog to get the harness on, and then she would snap at me. And then she didn't want to walk out the door, so I would have to pick her up and, like, carry her to the elevator. Otherwise, she's going to try to go back into the apartment. And the entire time, she's... And I'm like, I don't make enough money for this. I don't. I really don't. And then, you get outside, and more than likely, put her down in front of the building. She's going to turn around and go back inside. Or at the very least, carry her to the corner while she's... And then have her just run back home. And I'm like, I don't. I can't. Mentally, physically, emotionally, this is torture. Fiscally, this is torture. Because I can't pay my bills. I can't feed myself. It's like, granted, I was already eating once a day. That was a personal choice. My body is demanding more than one meal a day now for some reason. Something about being 30 made my body go, hey, all this stress is making me need more than one meal a day. And sorry, body, we can't afford it because this job doesn't fucking pay. And I thought I was going to be working a new job. I mean, let me be patient, give it some time, because I texted the guy yesterday at like 8 or something. I don't know. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I texted him asking, hey, what's the update on the store opening? Don't know if he's going to get back to me. Don't know if I just messaged him at a wrong time and he's not checking his business email. So I have to wait till Monday. Don't know if he changed his mind and he doesn't want to work with me anymore, which would be fucked up because it's like, I can imagine the amount of times. Because like I walked past the store that was supposed to hire me a few times when I walked Pablo. And I am not the most level-headed when I walk Pablo, because granted, Pablo gets all of my patience. All of my patience for the day. I feel sorry for the other motherfuckers because at one point I'm either going to abandon or hurt Charlie, and I just might punch Gemma. Just might do it. Like, if she bites me hard enough for some bullshit, I cannot guarantee that my reflexes will not say, you know, because I'm a traumatized individual. If you attack me, I will attack you. Literally, that's why niggas don't try anything with me, because I radiate such I wish a nigga would energy that, like, literally just give me a reason for some self-defense. And my body is ready to unleash 30 years of repressed anger on any motherfucker that wishes to try. Unless, you know, of course, it's one of those situations where I'm just like, you're just a little bitch acting like a bitch. So I'm not gonna kill you because you don't really understand what you're doing. But if you come at me malicious, with full malicious intent, it's game on. If you want to kill me, if you want to rob me, you better kill me. You better rob me. You better do it before I do it to you. Because if you come at me with malicious intent, it's game on. It's game on. I'm robbing you. I'm beating you to an inch of your life. I'm probably going to, like, tie your ass up as I wait for the cops to come. What happened to his wallet? I don't know, officer. Here's his ID, though. I don't know where the money went. Anyway, I need to get out of this job before I hurt one of these animals. But anyway, as I was saying, so, like, some days I'll be walking past the shop, and it's like, sometimes I'm ranting angrily because why am I here? Why am I here? You don't need somebody named Walker to drag dogs. I'm not a dragger. Do you know how much I could make doing drag? A lot more than this shit. So some days I'm angrily ranting because it's like I don't have a dog. As bad enough that I have to, like, decide when Bella's gonna be walked, what day, what time. Half the time I don't even want to think about that shit because the weather sucks, my job sucks, the having to return the keys suck, and even then it's just like if I return all my keys to the office on Friday and I have to go pick it up on Monday, and I wake up on Monday and I'm not in the mood for this bullshit, I probably will just quit on the spot. It's like, you weren't gonna put money in my pocket anyway. I worry for, like, next week. Like, thank God for this week where I watched Dips, a private client, twice. And, like, they usually have me watching her for hours. So the money is, like, here is something to survive off of. But these other dogs, it's like, why am I dealing with an end-of-life animal? I have not had the joys of 14 years of owning a dog. So why do I have to sit here and, like, deal with the heartache of watching this poor motherfucker drag his feet down the block? And I feel like such a fucking monster because I'm just like, oh, come on, Pablo, you can make it. You got this, bud. And all the fucking people are just walking past, and I'm just watching this nigga drag his hind legs on the floor. And I'm just like, what do I even do? Because, like, I got so used to him being able to make the trip around the block. It's just around the block. Fine that I stopped bringing his sling so that the one day I actually need the sling. And mind you, I tried to use the long-ass leash because usually I'll use the leash that I can tie around my waist, because why do I need hands to walk 1 inch per minute? Why do I need hands? I could just keep my hands in my pocket or be on my phone or distract myself from the fact that we are going so slow. Like, I am 30. I am trying to live like I am 10. Why do you have me moving like I have arthritis everywhere? So, you know, some days I just be ranting angrily. Other days I'm just super patient with him. But it's just like I can't be super patient every day because my name is Alex Walker. Walker. Like, let me be a Linda, like my second mom right now, who likes to go, I'm so sure that I'm LaShore, because her last name is LaShore. Like, walking is my profession. That's why I've been a dog walker for, like, the past 10 years. So you can't just be like, all right, bet, how about we just give you all of the worst dogs on the platform? I don't think I've ever had a dog, aside from the one golden that they just took off my schedule, that liked walking, that actually walked. Like, The fact that Pablo walks the best of all the dogs, the 14-year-old motherfucker who struggles to get around the block, who I literally had to pick up knowing he just might try to bite me because he does not like being picked up. I probably shouldn't even be picking him up because he has like rib issues and spine issues, and that could cause complications. But at the same time, I'm not gonna sit here and watch you drag your fucking hind legs any longer. That is torture that you tolerate for an animal you have loved for their entire life. Not for an animal you just came in to do a fucking job with. I'm gonna need more than $12 that's taxed for this bullshit. But anyway, not sure what I'm gonna do job-wise. Maybe my boyfriend will come through and we can do porn together and I can like feed off of my 5K Twitter following and turn that into some type of money, because dear God, I would like to not go out into society with all the goddamn cocks, because I'm tired of cocks in my face. If I could just have cock, C-O-C-K, in my face, just the one, and I can make my finances off of that, that would be great. I'm tired of all these cocks, C-A-U-S, short for Caucasians, in my fucking face. Like, if I have to watch another motherfucker like this go from this side of the block to making a beeline at me, like it's so bad. It's so bad, y'all. Like, I literally almost molested a girl one time because I was walking through the train station, and I hate when I'm walking through the train station, 8th Ave on the A line, the blue line, walking from the L, because Maud's house is right there, you know? So I'd be walking from that to the entrance, and it's just a straight shot. I am a flaming homosexual, but I do not advertise that shit in the way I carry myself. Kinda, at the very least. I like to choose a path and stick to it. Half the time, I will find a line on the sidewalk and walk alongside that line. So in the station, there's like a gray tiles among the white beige tiles. So I will usually walk in the gray tiles throughout the entirety of the station. There was this one group of people. One girl broke off, decided to wander into my path, but got out of my path just before we crossed. And I was like, fuck this bitch, why y'all fucking cocks keep doing this? And then the other girl decided to randomly start walking into my path. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If y'all are gonna keep putting these nice asses in my fucking vicinity for no fucking reason, like, if you're gonna take your ass, and you're gonna, for no reason, come into my path and put your ass on my non-existent dick, I'm just gonna hump you, you know? If you're gonna be stupid enough to walk into me, I'm gonna... Yes, come into my arms. Just come into my open arms. Either I'm going to grab your ass and steal your wallet, or just give you a nice hug, because this is what you came here for, right? This is what you got sucked into my vortex for. Like, my energy is loud enough to scare nervous animals, so I know you feel me. Like, if I can go and, like, adjust people and, like, alter their paths, and the second my energy touches them, they look me dead in the fucking face, I know you're aware of my presence, bitch. So she was about to put her ass on my non-existent dick. So I was about to reach out and just squeeze her butt cheek. Because, like, you came here for that, right? Just for her friends to call her. And I'm just like, I don't know if they saved your life because they heard me thinking, they saw my arm twitch to start moving to go cut that ass that you brought to my face. But, like, what was happening? Because the group was still in the same spot. So why was your dumb ass literally in motion just to be in my way? So they saved her from being molested and me from breaking the seal of violating people. Because y'all want me to violate you so bad. I do porn. You've seen my vagina. You've seen it. You've seen the inside of my vagina. You know about my hidden mole. Like, stop trying to get fucked. If you want me to fuck you, we gotta set something up, alright? Like, this is a strap-on, or the harness part of a strap-on. I have a strap-on. I can fuck you. I have like 16 dicks ranging from small to bitch, where the fuck is that supposed to fit? Just ask. Pay me and I will fuck you. Do not forcefully try to get me to reverse rape you. So if I don't have to go outside, that would be great. That would be great. If I could get paid getting fucked consensually, that would be great. All I need is, if Mike would just shoot with me 5 times in a month, I would quit this job. That's 3 times to catch up to rent and 2 times to get ahead of rent. 2 months to find something else to do. That would be a blessing. Anyway. So, outside of that, I've entered a relationship with my twin flame. And we've been dating for 4 months now, since October. We got together on Halloween. And that has been hell. We are in a polyamorous relationship, and he lives with his other partner who is home a lot. It doesn't even feel like we're in a relationship. I feel like I'm not going to expose all the details on here, even though I know he's probably never going to watch these, and they're probably never going to watch these, and anybody they know is probably never going to watch these. But, the situation kind of sucks, and I feel like he treats me really bad. And every time I try to express how I feel, it's an issue. Especially over text. He's more open to talking in person, but then over text it's just I've got to deal with this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And I'm like, nigga, you asked me out. Literally, you can't get mad at me for pointing out the fact that you're too busy for me when, literally twice now I've been hey, I'm kind of bummed right now. Hey, I'm having a panic attack because my ex, who tried to kill me, just called me, and, every time he calls me, I get really fucking frantic because, he almost killed me, and he kept choking me out, choking me unconscious without my consent, and snuck up behind me one time and did that with a pair of pants, and, haven't been the same ever since. I literally tense up every time I see a car that looks like his, and then after he was like, oh, I got a new car, and I'm back in New York, I'm like, oh God, I don't even know what to look for now. So that was kind of difficult. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of frazzled. I will come to you. I just want a hug. And he was like, I'm busy. And I'm just, but I'm supposed to rely on you, and you get mad at me when I say that I can't rely on you, so two of us seem insane here, and it's not me. It's not me. But that has been hell. That has taken a massive hit on my confidence, because, I don't know, I feel like shit. This relationship makes me feel like shit. Literally, I feel like I'm compromising my morals, because, the date we went on, he was texting his partner the entire time, and then, he checked out at the end of it and ran off to go pick them up from work. And I'm just if you were anybody else, other than the person I've been obsessed with for the past 10 or so years, I would ghost you so hard. And now it's just I literally feel like a plaything. For a while, it just felt I didn't feel like his partner. It just felt more like I was an accessory to their relationship. Even worse. Now I just feel like a plaything, because it's if I say how I feel, he gets mad at me. If I cry, that's doing something wrong. If I leave before I cry, that's doing something wrong. If I try to express how I feel, that's doing something wrong. And I would just like to die, because I'm in this weird place where it's if I leave, I know he's not going to give a fuck. So it's just okay, yes, another person not caring about me. And if I stay, I know he's not going to give a fuck. And it's just so I'm a piece of shit, and I'm less than dirt. And literally the only thing I was banking on for the past few years was the fact that, despite the fact that the world ignores me and puts a blanket, a mask over, and pretends that I'm something else, and then gets mad at me for bullshit that I didn't even do or say or feel, at least there was this one person that saw me for me and heard me and loved me for me. And now it's oh, so he hates me and he treats me like dirt, And I guess my mom was right. Nobody would ever love me because of who I am as a person. And it sucks because I already wanted to die. And now I extra want to die. And then it's like, oh, cool. So if I leave, I just have this like really prominent scar. My entire face has been disfigured. On top of my will to live shattered, my confidence broken, and my faith in myself destroyed. Will things get better? I don't know. I keep waiting for things to get better, and like literally saw him once this month, maybe twice this year. It's like see him less and less, and he's always mad at me all the time, and feels like he hates me. And I just feel like a massive burden. And it's just like stage 2 of the trauma coming up, because there's so much trauma coming up. And I don't know how to deal with any of this stuff, because I broke off my relationship with my bro, and as much as that relationship didn't really feel good, it was still nice to have someone to be unhinged with. You know? Like, at the very least, like, talking to my bro sucked, because he would always add all these random assumptions and then go base off his random assumptions, and I'm just like, I don't want to have to correct you every like sentence so that we can have a coherent conversation without you interjecting random details that have nothing to do with anything. And just, he was good financially. He was always there to help me financially. He was there, he would like be present sometimes, but like when you're looking for a connection, you're gonna need more than somebody to like send you money and show up, especially if you're gonna be on your phone the entire time. So like after his birthday, I was like, you know, he's got mad friends, and like I'm depressed as fuck, and I'm probably gonna kill myself soon anyway. So maybe I should just distance myself. And you know, he's the type of person to go, oh, I'm a man, I'm machismo, I'm one of those guys that has to remind you that my dick is a nice size every time we talk about how big your boyfriend's dick is. And I'm just like, I don't feel like babysitting a stinky boy, you know? It's just so stinky. Like literally, I've been putting these locks in my hair. You could probably see some because they're like black at the ends. But I've been using his locks to extend my locks and repair some of my locks, and it's just like I washed these like 5 times. I did 2 AVC rinses and like shampooed them like mad times. But then like when you cut them in half, there's still so much dirt in there. And I'm just like, why is he such a stinky boy? Why is he such a dirty boy? I don't understand. That nigga showers more than I. More than I do. Yeah, he's such a stinky boy. Like I cut open this lock because I found 2 of my old locks and then put them on these little baby locks that I created out of the sideburn hair that I have that just refuses to go into these locks behind them. So I just crocheted these little motherfuckers, and then I found those 2 locks and added them onto here. But then for some reason, this one would keep falling apart every time I took a shower. I have really soft, thin hair from like having really thin curls, so my hair tends to fall. My locks tend to fall apart if they're like really skinny. Like I have this really skinny one that is just, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it because it's so skinny and it just keeps falling apart. I can't find it. Not that one. But like, I cut this one in half yesterday to repair this one because I don't know what happened to the hair. It fell off when I was in the tub. And then I put it on the side of the tub, and I thought that I grabbed it when I left the bathroom, but I don't know if I did, and then, like, somebody threw it away or something, because these bitches will only touch my shit. So, of course, they would throw my hair away. They'll leave their hair in the drain, and if I pull their hair out of the drain and put it on the strainer, because like what am I supposed to do with this rabbit I just pulled out of the drain of other people's hair? Because like, as you can see, you are not getting 3 inches of my hair out of my head, so you're not getting hair this long. You're not pulling hair this long from me out of the fucking drainer, you know? So when I pull the hair out, because otherwise my baths aren't going to drain if the thing is clogged. And then you leave that there, that shit will just sit there for a week. But like, my baby lock will probably get thrown away. I don't know what happened to it. It might have also fallen into the tub, because I do like to like lean against the side of the tub and like have my hair dangle over the side of the tub as I use one of those egg things on my feet and then put them up against the wall, because it's just comfy, as opposed to like leaning against the wall, because then you can't really like lean back into it. So it might have fallen down the drain, because I do recall sticking my finger down the drain and feeling like a hair, but so I don't know if that was general hair or my little bit, but I cut this one in half because it was super long and I didn't want it to be super long compared to this one being super short, because the whole point of adding those 2 extensions was so that these would be even. So I cut this one in half, and like, the hair is so thin, and like, you're not finding clumps of dirt. Literally, you cut one of these in half and the inside is white. You can see it with this one, but like, I don't think it's going to pick up on camera. So I cut off that relationship because I came to the realization it's like, you're like a worse version of my boyfriend. And I kind of had he said that he was like my boyfriend, and I was like, you know, you're right. You're kind of like a worse version of my boyfriend. Am I doing that thing that I did when, like, I thought I was ready to date after him, and I just ended up dating a bunch of guys that reminded me of him? Is that why I feel so drawn to you? Is that what our connection is based off of? The fact that you're just a worse version of my boyfriend? Like, I would refer to my bro as my, like, karmic twin. Because, like, I knew the relationship wasn't a good one. I felt like shit in that relationship, too. Like, I didn't feel seen, and it like really hurt me that after like 5 years of us being friends on and off, and me being like, you're like a brother to me, you're like the older brother I've always wanted, but also the type of person you are, I would not be friends with you. I would avoid you like the plague, because I do not like niggas like that. Somewhere in me constantly breaking off the relationship with him because I didn't like being friends with him, he still thought, oh yeah, no, they don't mean any of that. Eventually they're going to come around and they're going to like me romantically. And after they told me that, I just felt hurt, you know? Because it's just like, you were really just seeing me as an item this whole time. And then after we had that conversation, he started pulling back. It's like, I understand that life got a little complicated, but he wasn't as good of a friend as he was before that conversation. And then he was just the worst version of my boyfriend. And it's like, I actually like my boyfriend. You know, even as a person, I like him as a person. And I don't have to worry about him coming into my room and making it smell bad. Or, granted, my boyfriend does make those really gross eating noises, but not like to the degree that my bro did, to the point where like, I just want to like, I never wanted that nigga to eat, because he would just make such disgusting noises. And then he would get chicken particles all over my floor, and like, best believe he never cleaned that shit up. So I would always have to sweep up after him. And it's just like, I've had 1 miscarriage, no actual births. So why am I cleaning up after somebody's son? Like, I'm not even like, I could understand my poor little slave brain doing it for my boyfriend. But this nigga. So I just kind of like, actually, I didn't even end it. I didn't even end the relationship. I just said, I'm not your friend anymore. I can't be friends with you anymore. He's still my bro, but he's as much, we're going to interact as much as I do with my little bro. You know? Like, I don't talk to my siblings that much because they don't talk to me that much, you know? I don't know. There's just something about me growing up in isolation for most of my life. For some reason, everybody in my family thinks that I should be the one to reach out. I don't know why they think I should be the one to reach out when they're the active ones, they're the social ones. Like, I don't really have friends. I thought I had a friend, and then he was like, oh, I like you. And that ruined that for me, because now it's like, oh, I don't know if you were just nice to me because you're a nice person, or if you were nice to me because you liked me. Granted, he might just be nice to me because he's a nice person, but that kind of sucked because I was literally going constantly like, oh, you know, at least I have this person as my friend, and they're not my ex or somebody I had a weird sexual relationship with, and then just for them to be like, oh, I like you, and my girlfriend likes you, and I'm like, fuck. I can't just have friends? Now everybody has to like me? I understand that I am attractive, but being attractive doesn't mean that everybody has to like you. Like, I like Mariah, you know? And Mariah is friends with a lot of people, but that doesn't mean that everybody's hitting on Mariah, you know? Like, even as me, somebody with a crush on Mariah, I still act cordial around her and don't try to, like, make it weird. But so I'm also really shy around people that I like. So it could also be that. Plus, I don't really know if they like girls. I don't really identify as a girl, but I am biologically female, so I don't know. So I don't really have anybody to talk to right now, because every time I try to talk to somebody about my relationship, they're just like, you should leave. And I'm like, but the spiritual growth that is accessible here is plentiful, because all the trauma is coming up. If I had somebody to talk to about the trauma and, like, I could find solutions for this, that would be great. But I don't, so I just spiral. And even that feels wrong to say, because literally I tried to talk to my boyfriend the other day about, like, thing. I sent him a GIF, and it was like, I would like to do the sex with you. It was a Sir Pentius meme of him saying, I would like to do the sex with you, but then he didn't respond to it, and I was like, oh, boo. Well, for one, I said boo, because it sent as a link and not an actual image. And he was like, why boo? And I was like, because my thing didn't send. And he was like, ah, okay. So you're gonna respond to that? And then I said a bunch of other stuff, and he was like, ooh, guess. And I'm like, I don't really want to guess if you want to have sex with me or not. I would prefer you just tell me, because I already feel like you don't like me, and you aren't really into me, because, like, every time I flirt with him, he'll be like, ooh, yeah, little me, and I'm like, yeah, yes, you stop tempting me to hurt you by saying Elon, because he hates when I call him Elon. It's a fucking anagram of his name, and he fucking hates that nigga. And I'm just like, you tempt me to be petty every time you say, who, me? Nigga, yes, you. Who fucking else? I'm asexual as fuck. Have you met most guys? I don't like them. Of course you. Can you say it back? But he never says it back, so I was, oh, who, me? Yes, nigga, fucking... So I was trying to explain to him how I would prefer he just answer the question instead of leaving it an open-ended thing to be like, well, I mean, I could guess and say that you don't want to have sex with me, or, you know, like, why even give me the chance to think that and just say yes? You know, I don't understand why he has to be so against flirting with me. Like, most niggas, they will tell you that they want to fuck you. They will tell you that they like you, or that they want to kiss you, or hug you, or snuggle you. But this nigga just ignores that shit. It's like, I'll be giving him information. Like, I tried to tell him one time, I was like, I can have 3 types of orgasms. And he was like, yeah, no, I know about the types of orgasms. And I'm like, I'm not talking about clitoral, fucking penetrative, nipple, clitoral. I'm not talking about that type of shit. I'm talking about, I can literally have 3 types of orgasms. There's, like, the small type that is just, like, you can tell that it's happening because of the compulsions going on in the vagina. The squirting, which is more obvious form, that, like, you can't deny that I just had an orgasm, and then the fucking massive ass outburst that I'd be having, in which I will either go into a giggle fit or start trying to fight a nigga compulsively. Which, none of that is clitoral or penetrative, anal, any of that dumb shit that he's fucking thinking from his time being a sex instructor. I'm just like, well, it just seems like you don't really fucking care. Like, I thought you would be interested in that, because, like, you always want to watch me squirm and shit, so I thought you would like more information, but apparently not. But I don't know where our relationship is going. Or, yeah. I would like to believe that he's just having a tough time right now because he's really busy in life, and like my friend was telling me, like, oh, I don't want to hear the excuses, but it's just like at the same time it's like he might lose his job. He has to move out of his current apartment. His grandfather just died, so he had to take a trip to another country with the financial issues that he's already dealing with. So I'm trying to be understanding, but you know, I also have feelings, needs. I hadn't seen him in 3 weeks. You know, I'm feeling like shit. I was planning on killing myself on Valentine's Day. We didn't do anything for Valentine's Day. He said we were gonna, I feel like his gift for me this year was hurting my feelings, because, like, we could have just ignored it and all that shit, and he had to go and say, like, oh, I wanted to spend today with you, but X, Y, and Z, and I'm just like, why would you tell me that? Why would you say that you wanted to spend today with me, but X, Y, and Z? Because all that's going to do is hurt my feelings, because you literally didn't respond to me all day. So why would you say that you wanted to hang out with me today for Valentine's Day when you didn't respond to me? What does that even fucking mean? Sadly, too much of a bitch to kill myself, because I don't know. I mean, at this point, might as well, you know, like the amount of painkillers. Because my plan was to just like down a bottle of painkillers, and then maybe some sleeping stuff to put me to sleep, so I don't have to like deal with the side effects of my body shutting down, because I physically cannot wake up, you know. And I might as well, because I've been taking painkillers out the ass due to the tooth pain. And the tooth pain just makes me feel even worse, because, like, my heart hurts, and my head hurts, and my back hurts, and my feet hurt. And I just want a hug. And I can't have a hug because everybody's too busy. And the people that are less busy are too horny to be in close vicinity to me. And that sucks, because it's like, for some reason, now that I'm dating the person I've wanted to date for forever, everybody wants to date me now. And I'm just like, literally, I've been single for like 10 years. Where were y'all niggas? I don't understand. Which even pisses me off, because like some nigga that I didn't talk to because he shattered my trust, like, how are you gonna come at me? Like, we were literally in a fake relationship, telling each other everything, and like having sex, and like he was my fuck buddy. And then how are you gonna tell me, like, you know I do porn, and you know outside of doing porn, I'm not fucking anybody else. How are you gonna tell me you're having an STD scare with somebody? Like, we just had sex, my guy. What do you, huh? You didn't even tell me you were fucking other people. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna make it up to you. Proceeds to not talk to me for years. And then now he's just like, oh, well, you... And he had the audacity to be like, oh, well, you fucked up. Me? I fucked up. So, you know, ruining things for him even more, because as much as I could use it good for him, but then even he is like, oh, you should just leave your relationship. And it's just like, I don't like talking to you niggas, because you just keep saying leave your relationship, and it's like, I know for a solid fact that you have ulterior motives, so I'm gonna need you to say something other than leave. Like, can we actually have a conversation about the shit that I'm saying, instead of you just being like, leave? You know, because like, at the very least, my plan is to deal with the trauma as it comes up, and then, you know, if I can be a better person and he's still treating me like shit, then sure, I'll leave, you know? But, like, as of now, I'm gonna try and at least get what I can from the situation before I have to leave. Because if I leave right now, I don't know, not going to look both ways when I cross the street. Might just stand too close on the edge of the train because, like, fuck this shit. Honestly, you might just down a bottle of painkillers. I'm getting so used to swallowing painkillers, might as well take 15, 18. I don't know, man. Anything to make my jaw stop hurting. It hurts, it kind of burns right now, and I'm not even sure why. I don't know if it's the stitches. Because, like, I went to get my tooth removed at this place, and I knew they didn't accept I figured they didn't accept my insurance, because, like, nowhere accepts my insurance. And then the places that did accept my insurance, the first place that actually picked up the phone was like, yeah, cool, we can see you in July. But if you want to come in for a cleaning, we can see you in May. So I was like, all right, cool. Called another place, and they're like, yeah, we can see you in March. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, half of my tooth is gone. My right side is my good chewing side, despite the fact that there was a cavity there because the tooth died, so it wasn't hurting when I got food in the cavity, compared to my left side that has a cavity and it still hurts like a bitch when I get food in there. So I was eating on my right side, so with the chip in my tooth, I couldn't eat. The pain was so bad I couldn't sleep. And then I still have to get up and go do torture that these damn cocks want to call a job. And I'm just like, y'all are lucky I show up. Y'all are lucky I show up, because every day is a new chance to tell you to go fuck yourself. And it's like, one of my dogs, I'm the only one with a key, because there's only one key. I don't know why they decided it was cool to only have one key. I mean, granted, the owner never takes covers because their dog is dog aggressive, and the company doesn't like warning people of things. Like, anytime somebody has to cover Gemma for me, I feel bad for them, because, like, I'll read the reports and be like, oh, Gemma growled at me the entire time and she wouldn't let me touch her. And I'm just like, yeah, of course that's how it happened. She's a literal bitch. She's not letting anybody near her. I don't even know why I'm going. You know, aside from the fact that the owner wants her to, like, not just be in bed all day and actually, like, move around. Like, I'll get her to jump back and forth and move around the apartment. That's the most I can do, because even I can't get her outside. I don't know why you want to get somebody else to come in and get her outside. And I can't smoke because the dentist, like, they pulled my tooth out, and because they were really nice, they put in I don't know what they put in. They put in a thing so that in the future I can get a tooth put in my thingy, you know, because they took the tooth out, and, like, they were like, oh, your options are do nothing and it gets worse, or take the tooth out and get a fake one put in, but that's like $2,000, and then you gotta get a cap for that, which is another $1,000. And I'm like, cool, cool. Well, I have a cap of $1,600 on my care credit card, and that's what I'm working with at the very least. You know, if I have to pay money out of pocket, that's what I'm working with, because I just might go for the pliers. Just might go for some pliers if you don't take this tooth out my mouth before I leave. You know? And then even then, I had to call Dell to come pick me up, because, like, I don't do well mentally with having things removed from my body. Teeth are really complicated for me, you know? So, as soon as they confirmed that they were taking the tooth out, for one, I texted my boyfriend. I was like, what is the chance that you can take me home? He didn't respond for hours after that. So I called Dell as my backup because, like, I don't know, I guess Dell is just the guy that I call every time I need somebody to take me home. Because he literally took me home after my LASIK, too. And he came with me to get this tattoo. So I guess he's just the guy that I call. Because, like, of all my friends, I know he's typically free during the day. Because he usually works at nights. But he's also, he does, like, Uber and stuff. So he's in control of his own schedule. So I know if anyone is likely going to be able to spontaneously take care of my big bitch baby ass, it would be him. And he did. He came instantly. And he took me home. which didn't really need him to take me home because the ladies were so nice and they they didn't really talk me through everything, but they were really nice and really warm and welcoming. And I always worry that I'm gonna go to the dentist and get the, oh my god, you're such an idiot because you split your tongue, blah 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 blah, because I know it happens to people sometimes. But usually when I go to places and they see that I have a split tongue, they're like, oh my god, that's so cool, you're my first patient that had that. The dentist took a picture and then she was like, I like you, so I'm gonna put the thing in so that in the future you can have an easier time getting an implant, but it's this is super expensive, but we're not going to charge you for it because I like you. And I'm like, oh, that's really nice of you. And that made me feel really good because I really need warmth. God, I really need some warmth right now. I've been going through it. I've been in pain for days and I just want to be held, but I don't know. I keep saying that this relationship has me feeling like I don't deserve love and I don't deserve warmth and I'm worse than dirt, because at least you can grow plants in dirt, And that has had me feeling really bad. So I need some warmth. But I don't know where to get that from, because then even I thought I was going to make my friend, my snuggle buddy, but then, I don't know, he's been busy and not so understanding, and I don't really like talking to people about the twin flame situation, because if you're not a twin flame, you typically are really hostile to the twin flame situation, and, where's the fun in that, Because, I understand that I should leave the relationship, but I'm at the very least here for personal growth, and, I don't know, kind of a slave for this nigga. And that makes me feel really bad, because it's oh, I'm violating my morals and not being good to myself by allowing this to continue. But I don't know if I can leave him. Yes, I know, I'm such a fucking loser, but can you blame me? Have you seen these guys? I've been looking for somebody half as good as him for 10 years. I've been raped, almost killed, lied to, belittled, almost got an STD from a guy I didn't even know was sleeping with other people. Most guys that approach me are really jelly, so they don't want to they never want to talk, so it's most guys aren't as cute as him, aren't as tall as him. Sadly, he had to cut all his hair off for work, and I'm hoping that he puts it back on before he leaves me, so I could at least have that, because sometimes it feels like I'm dating a whole other person, which I kind of totally am, and it's damn, you built the architect of my type just to shave all your hair off. And I understand he's insecure about that, but it's just you don't have to cut your hair, you don't have to scalp yourself just to look good. You could just take care of the hair that you have. I will literally take care of it for you. But no, you don't want to treat me right. And then when I get upset when I go over to your house and have to be around you and your other partner that you actually treat lovingly, then you get mad at me because I don't know how to handle that. Whatever. I mean, honestly, if you're watching this and you want to come kill me, that would be great. I would love you'd be doing me a solid. You can have all of my stuff after that. Just make sure I'm dead first, please, before you rob me. That would be great, because I am tired of living. And it would be nice to be a ghost and see if people actually cared. Because, I've been suicidal for so long and, planning shit for so long. And, literally, it's to the point where it's I told my bro, I'm hey, so I think I'm going to kill myself. And I don't know if I'm going to make it through the weekend. If I do kill myself, could you please, come and sell my figures and, give that money to Tati for the rent that I owe her? Because Like, if I sell all my stuff, I have to commit to killing myself, because, like, what is the point of living if all of your money is literally just going to rent, you know? But, like, if I die and you, like, if you're truly my bro, you can do me this solid. Like, you were never there for me when I was alive. So if you could do this for me, but, like, literally last time, like the weekend before Valentine's Day, I wasn't even sure I was gonna make it to Valentine's Day because I was feeling so bad and my teeth were hurting so bad. And I was like, hey, so, like, if you don't hear from me by Monday, can you put the plan into effect? And, I realized that, like, maybe he's not actually your bro. Maybe this is just some random nigga. Because, mind you, I said, I'm not your friend anymore. And he said, well, you'll always be my bro. And you can't change that. And I was like, I didn't even argue that. And he didn't say anything. Like, literally, I was like, I mean, it's not like you're gonna do anything, Nothing's gonna change. And he was like, yeah, I guess not. And I'm like, so mood it be. Because literally, he is not a man, let alone a man of action. But, like, I texted him and he was like, oh, what ironic timing. I was just thinking about you. I was about to lock myself into my room and do some drawing. And I'm like, you're not even acknowledging what I'm saying. And he didn't acknowledge what I said. And then Monday came and I didn't say anything to him. And he didn't say anything to me. I mean, he sent me money for Valentine's Day. I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but I kind of, like, lost hope in him as my bro. So I don't even know why I called him my bro prior. I guess he's like my former bro, but he is also dead to me. So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now before I make myself sad, because I can't smoke because of the dental implant, and I'm trying really hard to not smoke, but it's so hard to not smoke when you are depressed as fuck, and, like, I feel like I have nothing to do, and literally my life has just been degrading to the point where it's like I don't do anything except smoke and watch YouTube all day and try to, like, feel okay. And now that I can't smoke, which is, like, I haven't heard from my boyfriend. We didn't talk yesterday. I haven't heard from him today. And I am not going to change that because, like, I have a hard time regulating my emotions when I'm sober. And, like, literally, I thought I was doing a good job at expressing how it makes me feel unwanted when he jokes around and plays coy every time I flirt with him. And he was like, oh, you're always spiraling out. And I'm like, how is this spiraling? Like, I didn't think I was being guilt-tripping him or spiraling. I thought I was, like, being really level-headed. So it's like, if I'm being level-headed and you think I'm spiraling out, I can't imagine what it would be like if I genuinely was getting upset. So it's just better to say nothing until I can smoke again, I guess. I don't know, you guys. Again, if anybody is contemplating killing somebody, I volunteer as tribute. Just please make it fast and painless, because I'm already suffering enough. Like, I just took 2 painkillers and my tooth still hurts and the pain is, like, increasing again. So I don't know what that's about. It's like the dentist said that I didn't have an infection, so I shouldn't have an infection, but I don't know. She literally ripped a tooth out of my jaw and then stuck a piece of metal in it and then put stitches in and then some blue tack. I don't know what that tack stuff is, but that caused a little discomfort, so there's burning there. I haven't been smoking, but I have been drinking. She told me not to drink coffee and not to smoke. And also don't have edibles. She didn't say I couldn't drink wine. So I don't know if the wine has been causing problems or anything like that, or if this is just normal pain that I'm just feeling because I used knockoff ibuprofen. So, don't know what that's about. All I know is, at the very least, I can eat without it being horrible. And I am getting slightly more sleep. Like, literally Thursday, I got, like, 4 hours of sleep. On top, like, I tried to go to sleep at 8 p.m. and then I kept waking up every hour until 5. And I don't know if it was because I talked to my boyfriend or what, and that made me feel more comfortable, because I got, like, 4 straight hours after that. And then I woke up just before my alarm went off to go to work. Actually, no, to go to the dentist. And was bummed that I had to wake up because the pain was very tolerable. And I was feeling kind of good. Wish the pain would be very tolerable right now, because I don't know. Like, if I can't smoke, I would like to sleep through the weekend. I don't necessarily want to sleep until I have to go to work again, because I hate work, especially on Tuesday, where I think they're doing some bullshit where it's like, walk Motley, and then Charlie, and then Pablo. Pablo is 2 blocks away from Motley. Charlie is like 8 blocks in the other direction. I'm gonna email my boss about that on Monday to be like, what the fuck is up with that? Because it would make more sense to walk Charlie and then Motley and then Pablo, just go downtown, straight shot, instead of starting in the middle, going up, and then coming down, especially for a dog I fucking hate. I hate Charlie. Like, literally, of all the dogs that I have, he is at the highest risk of either me killing him, hurting him really bad, or abandoning him. Which makes me feel fucked up to say, because I love animals and do not, I try to get madder at the owner than I do the dogs, but I cannot make it through half an hour with that nigga. Even on the days where it's just like, okay, I'm gonna be the most patient, I'm gonna be calm, I'm gonna let him stop and sniff, but it's like, if he's stopping and sniffing every 2 steps, and then, I'm not a dick, sir. Can you stop trying to jerk me? This nigga will run into the street, try to constantly play in traffic, try to sniff shit in the middle of the street while there's fucking cars waiting for us to cross. And I'm just like, this isn't a walk. This is like taking a Roomba outside, and I didn't sign up for this shit. I didn't sign up for this. He's not even a snuggly dog. He's a cute dog, but he does not like pets. So it's not like we have a close connection where I can snuggle him or anything. It is just me showing up to be tortured for half an hour. That's all that is. His family didn't even leave a tip on the holidays either. Which, I guess I can see why they wouldn't, because they have 2 walkers. But also, get me the fuck out of here. I'm dead ass this close to asking my boss to just take him off my schedule because we are not compatible. And one of these days, I'm just gonna... that nigga. You ever just, for one, I hate when I'm doing a walk, and on my walk, my arm is just cocked back, all the way back. Not because, I try to walk at my normal pace, but it's just if you're going to be stopping every 3 seconds, my arm is just going to be cocked backwards. And if you're going to jerk me backwards, my arm's instinct after it's just a full 180 swing forward. So one of these days, that nigga's going to get slammed on the floor, or I'm going to kick him, or I'm going to drop the leash and walk away. Because, it's that bad to the point where I just want to drop the leash and go home. That's all I want to do. I don't even give a fuck about taking that nigga back home. Half the time, I cut the walk short. I usually get back 5 minutes early. Not intentional, because we walk fast when we're walking. And I don't like letting this nigga stop to sniff, because he will stop and sniff continuously. But at the same time, I only have 3 dogs on my roster now. 4 dogs on my roster now. One of them is a 15-minute walk, and that's $9 before tax. So... that wouldn't be smart, but also, it's also not smart for me to go up to 23rd Street when all my walks are, 16th Street and down. But it's just the smartest move for me to get out of this job. Period. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling because my tooth really hurts, and I took painkillers at 3. And it is 6 now, so it's too early for me to take more painkillers, because I probably already took too many painkillers today. Because I woke up, I took 1 at 12, and then 1 at 9. Just 1. Each time. And I don't know what to do with myself, but I'm going to try to not smoke. Not cut myself. Maybe, unless I play some video games. I've been playing Cult of the Lamb lately.